there's some pretty big internet drama going on, and maybe not directly in this finance space, but it does kind of do with business and finance. If you think of a YouTube channel as a business, that's between Sniper Wolf and Jacksfilms. These guys are two YouTubers who have been going at it. This whole drama kicked off with Sniper Wolf doxing Jacksfilms, and everyone was up in arms. Tons of people made videos about it. It was all over the place, and that should be something that should not be acceptable at all. Like, we should all be able to agree that anything on the internet, any beef that you have on the internet, should stay on the internet. You should not translate that to the real world. I'm pretty sure that's just a common thing that everyone accepts that should actually be done. But Sniper Wolf didn't follow this. We can see, if you're not familiar with this whole story, we'll do a little quick recap. She basically posted this Instagram story saying, should I visit Jacksfilms? He's 5 minutes away from a shoot that I live on. And then she ended up actually going to his house and posting a picture of his house on her Instagram story to her over 5 million followers. And this is what Jacksfilms responded with, saying, Sniper Wolf just doxed me on her IG. Creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. YouTube, demonetize this dangerous creator or just get her off your platform. She posted an IG story right outside our home and deleted it. And honestly, YouTube should, at this point, they have done something, and we're going to talk about that. But they waited a very long time. A lot of people, including myself, thought they weren't going to do anything. Like, this is one of their golden girls on YouTube. She brings in a ton of money for basically no effort whatsoever, and she makes a ton of money. YouTube makes a ton of money because of her, so they do play a little bit of favorites here. I would imagine if the roles were reversed, and if it was a guy who was doing this to a girl YouTuber, he probably would have lost his channel immediately as soon as the story went up. But that's not the situation we're in here. You can see they actually responded to him directly. So Team YouTube, after tons of people were calling them out, were posting things. YouTube even made a tweet saying something like a reaction video to a reaction to Meta or something, which is insane to do in this whole thing, because that seems like they're taking Sniper Wolf's side, which is one of the reasons I thought, and many other people, that they weren't going to do anything to her, that they were just going to let this slide and wait a couple months and the internet would ultimately forget and move on. But this is what they decided to do, saying today confirming SSSniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creation responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk, harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. So I guess this is better than nothing, but I think what Sniper Wolf did was so egregious, was so insane. Doxing someone because of an internet beef, I don't think should be anything that you support. uh, I don't like calling for deplatforming people, but you could demonetize her just altogether, right? That would be a pretty big punishment. Depending how long this suspension is, if it's like 2 months, like, who cares, right? She's rich, so it wouldn't really matter. If it's suspension for like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, something actually impactful to match what she did, because what she did is insane. Then I would, maybe this is all right. If this is like a multi-year suspension thing, then that'll hurt. That will make someone, even, someone like her with tons of money, that will hurt. If it's only a few months, that won't hurt. That doesn't matter. That's like a virtue signal to the community, and I don't think people are dumb enough to believe that. And also, this part where they say the behavior on both sides isn't what we want. What are you talking about? One side is completely wrong. You can like or not like what Jacksfilms was doing with like making fun of Sniper Wolf and parodying her, basically, her content style and her reaction videos, and parodying that and doing a parody on that. You can not like it, but it's not bad, right? It's not a bad thing. It's not insane. It's not something to be like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing that. Oh, it's so bad. But when you look at what she did, you can absolutely go, okay, well, that was definitely a step in the wrong direction, a step too far. So to say they're both sides isn't what we want. You don't want people criticizing other people on YouTube. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why not? Who cares? It's online. As long as it stays online, Who cares? Doesn't matter. Once you bring online into the real world, that's where it becomes a problem. That's what Sniperwolf did. That's the problem. If she would clap back and start this whole online beef with Jacksfilms, no one would care. Everyone would be laughing. It'd be drama. It'd be attention. But she did the wrong thing in bringing it into real life, which ultimately led to her obviously making an apology video only after she got caught or got punished and removed from monetization. That's when she apologized. She said, let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. Sorry to Jacksfilms, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Going on to say, I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Which is, God, we've heard lapse in judgment before, haven't we? That's a key apology video thing. But like I said, you can say thank you. Like this maybe it's not really a punishment, right? If someone is being punished, typically they're not going to say thank you for it. Maybe online they would, but if this suspension from monetization is only a few months, like if it's only 3 months or 6 months, that's nothing. That is nothing. That does nothing. She's rich. She's got plenty of money. It should be for like 5 years, 3 years, right? It should be something where it'll be affected, it'll be felt, it'll sting. She'll still make it through. She's got plenty of money, but at least at that point, she'll actually feel it, and it'll be actually held accountable to what you did and prove to other people. Because this is the next thing, right? If you go light on her, if doxing wasn't enough to actually do anything of substance to Sniperwolf, other people are going to copy what she did. Not only because they think they can get away with it, but it will be a way to stir up drama, stir up attention, get views, get that clout that everybody wants, and attention on the internet, grow some sort of following, and know that, sure, I might go out and break these TOS and dox someone and cause real life pain and suffering, but I get internet clout, and YouTube will suspend me for a few months from making money, and then I can go right on my merry way. You don't want people to go down that path and to say that this is a viable path to success online. So if it's something short, it's not enough. It's got to be a long period. It's got to sting. It's got to make other people look at this situation and say it's not worth it to try and do that. But at the end of the day, at least YouTube actually did something I really didn't think they were going to. I really thought they were going to let this slip under the rug, ignore everything, and go about their day as if nothing happened and wait until the internet would eventually move on and forget, because it always happens that way. But they did something. So at least that's the step in the right direction. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next